Michael Palmer here, trying something new and different. I hope to be with you all on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, at least on this fan page and on regular Facebook uh, until my next book comes out in February of 2011. The book will be called A Heartbeat Away, and I'll tell you more about it soon. But for now, what I thought I would do is to tell you about some of my other books, my backlist, as it were. And I'll do one book in each one of these sessions, and hope that you get stimulated to go out and pick up one of the. They're all in paperback, and they're all still in print. So I thought we'd start. I would tell you about my very first book, which is called The Corey Prescription, and that is a book that has never been published in English. It was the first book that I ever wrote. I did it in 1978 and finished it in 1979. I wrote it on Cape Cod just to see if I could write a novel, and I did it after reading Coma by Robin Cook, which had just been made into a big movie with Jean-Pierre Veugeot and Michael Douglas. Many of you may know that Robin and I went to college together at Wesleyan in Connecticut, and we trained together at Mass General Hospital in Boston. He was on the eye service, and I was on the medical service. Robin lasted as an ophthalmologist after Coma. He lasted for about a year, and then became a full-time writer. I think if you looked in Webster's under the definition of success, it would say able to quit ophthalmology, which is what Robin was able to do. Anyhow, I just decided I would try to write a book, and just to see if I could do it. And I started with an adventure that had happened to me on Cape Cod. In this instance, a woman who was had just had a very severe stroke, and I had admitted to the intensive care unit, woke up very briefly and just long enough to call me over. I came over to her bedside, and she asked what had happened. I told her what had happened, and she grabbed me by the shirt and said, "The key, for God's sakes, don't ever let anyone get the key." And then she lifted up her wrist and taped on the inside of her wrist that I had somehow managed to miss in the incredible physical exam I did on her was a key. So I peeled the key off and I put it in my pocket, and I tried to reassure her that I would honor her wishes. And she closed her eyes, and the next morning she was dead. And so I decided to write a book about a young doctor on Cape Cod who got a mysterious key from a dying patient. And that was the beginning of my career as a writer. I finished the book writing it about a page a night. I finished it in about a year. Oh, that's my cat. Just came to visit. That's Mr. Please. So he's going to join in with comments. So I finished the book in about a year. I sent it to a person in New York who was an old friend of mine, and he referred me to an agent. And the agent never, ever was able to sell that book and never had any desire to sell the book. She said it wasn't very well written, and but she liked the way that I wrote. And ultimately, that book has been published, but in foreign languages, about 6 of them, Polish and Swedish. I don't remember the other ones, but it's called The Corey Prescription. And anyone who reads in a foreign language, let me know, and I'll try to find a copy of the book for you. I may not be able to, because there's so many copies of translations lying around the house. So that was the beginning of my career, and working with this agent in New York, I came up with the idea for a book called The Sisterhood, my first book, and that one I'll tell you about the next time. So I greatly appreciate your being here with me. I think we'll have fun, and eventually I'll develop a way for us to also have some feedback over all this. But feel free to write notes on the fan page if you want regarding any of this. So thanks. Have a great day.